News. But tonight, a local woman is raising concerns about the safety at an intersection in her neighborhood. An RV encampment is growing. Now she says it's nearly impossible to see oncoming traffic. Fox 13 News reporter Jennifer Lee explains the close calls she's had trying to make the turn.
A line of RVs and tents occupy Andover Street in West Seattle, and if you drive around the bend, this is the intersection Aubrey Corsetti considers the most dangerous part of her daily drive.
I have seen a couple T-bone accidents, a couple head-on collisions just right here.
Corsetti has lived in the neighborhood for 7 years and says more RVs started pulling up and taking permanent residency in the last several months, inching closer to the intersection at Yancey Street.
Once you're coming right here, you have to basically be pulled out into the middle because about 95% of the time there's going to be an RV or boat put right here. And so, unfortunately, it is quite an issue.
A Seattle City spokesperson says, quote, the area that the community member has mentioned is a known encampment area. In this case, we would recommend the community members submit a request through the Customer Service Bureau. The city says if there's a group of 5 or more RVs in a spot, Seattle Public Utilities' RV remediation program is the lead. There's additional outreach through the Human Services Department. SDOT also resumed enforcement of the 72-hour parking rule back in mid-October and says the initial focus is clearing unoccupied abandoned vehicles.
You can't park in front of your own house for 3 days without getting towed, but you can be here for months on end and nothing happens.
After talking with several people, we're hearing that the tents and RVs started popping up in the early days of the pandemic back in 2020. Most of the neighbors here do not want to do an interview on camera, but noted it's not just traffic issues, but their own public safety they're concerned for.
And then there's constantly accidents just down here as well at the other end of the RVs. I have noticed an increase in crime as well.
Corsetti says as a temporary solution, her drive would be safer if the city turned this into a 4-way stop.
Ideally, if we could either move them out or push them back further, just so that the visibility doesn't cause any more damage than it already has.
In West Seattle, Jennifer Lee, Fox 13 News.
Corsetti says she plans on reaching out to city leaders soon about her concerns.